Hello, my name's Alana and I'm a historian of gender, sexuality and emotion in the Faculty of Arts and Humanities at King's. It's also been my great privilege to be one of the academic leads on the Understanding stream within the UKRI Violence and Mental Health Network grant. The Understanding strand of the network initiatives has sought to foster clearer and more multifaceted identifications of the pathways that lead to domestic and sexual violence and connections between this violence and mental health. It has fostered new, exciting, and creative research using different methods and modes to identify and interrogate these causative factors and correlative linkages. Because of this, understanding work has linked expressly with the measurement work streams, drawing on the qualitative and quantitative work elucidating more clearly the extent and impact of intimate partner violence. It's important to contextualise this stream with the one that preceded it. The insights from the understanding work have also helped the network researchers to consider intervention and the variegated strategies needed, with implications including resource allocation and preventative mechanisms. But alongside this interpretive function, the understanding stream has had a distinctive and, I think, fundamental and foundational objective, namely, in all that it has undertaken, to foreground and amplify the insights of experts by experience. The voices and insights of survivors, some of whom are collaborating survivor researchers, and others who have so generously and transformatively co-participated in the projects undertaken, have enabled new, varied, and more authentic and realistic understandings to emerge for academics, but perhaps even more importantly, for wider audiences beyond the academy. Because of this fundamental commitment, collaborators have found they needed to find more flexible, adaptive, accessible, and creative ways of working with survivors. As a result of these interactive, interdisciplinary experimental methods, new forms of understanding and unappreciated implications have emerged. Researchers under this heading have utilised film, poetry, zines, creative writing, embodied responses such as dance, and co-creative arts-based workshops to enable survivors to formulate, shape, and communicate their own understandings of the nexus between violence in its many guises and their mental health struggles and scars. In that process, using the Survivor Charter, they have transformed their pain into power. As you will hear, the projects under this umbrella explore incredibly important issues such as the dangers of focusing only on certain forms of sexual violence, with projects on rape, trafficking, vicarious trauma, as well as IPV and abuse in religious settings featuring in this call. The effects that changing contexts have had on the nature, impact, and severity of violence on mental health, such as the compounding effects of COVID-19 lockdowns on these issues, and the imperative of an intersectional approach to understandings of sexual violence and mental health, exploring the interplay and effects of, for example, age, ethnicity, background, gender, sexuality, class, and space. The resulting projects are path-breaking, exciting, harrowing, and boundary-breaking, transforming our understandings and enabling scholars, survivor activists, and policymakers to better appreciate and calibrate their interventions, their recommendations, and their future actions. I am sure you will learn and question many of your own understandings and assumptions listening to the outcomes and findings of these invaluable projects. I certainly have.